Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019. I'm Fran Duvall, the host for today, and just so you know, today is the anniversary, the 455th anniversary of the birth of Shakespeare. And I think that's a very appropriate thing to mention since we're going to go right into the Greenspring Players.
Well, good
It
morning,
all got
Fran.
started. Hey, this is Elke Martin.
Hey.
Elke is part of the Players because she's producing our next play, Social Security, which is going to happen a month from now. And next to her is Gwen, Lockhart. And Gwen has the best job of all. She gets to take your money because she sells the tickets for the play. So welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Now that I've told everybody what you do, you don't have anything to say, so you can leave.
Okay. Well, it was nice seeing you, Fran. We're all very excited about the play.
Yeah. And
it's a lot of work. It is,
how many people did you say are involved?
73 are on my list of production team plus cast. There are 6 actors in the play on stage, and so 73 minus 6 is 67. 67 people behind the scenes who have a lot of different jobs and a lot of things to do, and they're very busy and have been since February to put this show together, of which our audience will see an hour and a half or so. And hopefully it'll be lots of fun. They're working real hard, from costumes and wigs to the set development, the set construction, the painting, the props, getting the right chairs and the right bar and the right whatever. And everything has to fit together and leave enough room for the actors to maneuver and get in and out.
Yeah, and it was pointed out last night at our meeting that the depth of our stage, it's very shallow.
Yes.
It's wide, but it's not very deep. And so it creates an issue because, we can't have the actors walking too close to the front because it's a fearful thing to be, 4 feet off the ground. And
close
it's
to
dark,
the abyss.
And it's dark because you only have the stage lights on. Yeah, so it's a very little bit of space. So we have to minimize all of our furniture and all that stuff.
That's right, yeah, because the actors have to move around a bit. Otherwise, it's not interesting for the eye if they were just standing in one space, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm directing this play, by the way. We didn't mention that, or I should have mentioned it, I guess. There's all three of us are in a major part of this play.
Yes.
Now, Gwen, you reported last night a wonderful report on the ticket sales. We only been in selling 1 week,
right.
So.
And these numbers are from yesterday, so that's still within that 1 week period. I did a little calculation this morning, which I mentioned to you. We have sold 38.5% of our tickets in the first week.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
That's terrific.
I really thought sales were going slowly, and much to my surprise, anything but.
Now,
and Wednesday tickets, as usual, are disappearing very
the
rapidly.
Wednesday tickets are becoming limited.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
And I had one other thing I wanted to mention. Where on the forum where we ask if you're bringing a rollator, people are being very conscientious about responding.
Good.
And I am just so happy to see we're getting a count because we have so many rollators. It's very important, as we all know.
It is important. If you're
Very
using a
important.
rollator, you've got to let us know because, especially with the renovation going on down in that area, we have to find space to store those that the fire marshal allows us to do.
Right.
Right, and if I could add to
yes,
that,
go ahead.
I do want to give a shout out to Melissa Robson from the administration. She's one of the associate executive directors.
Correct.
And she has worked really hard with us and is supportive and is finding space for the walkers and rollators. And she's working with the people who are doing the renovations downstairs right now to stick to a timeline that will make it as easy as possible for not only us rehearsing now, but for the audience to come downstairs. And this week, the staircase, for example, is closed off because they're doing whatever they do in the staircase, I guess painting the walls and putting new carpet down, I suppose. But that will mean that when we get to go live and we have to have our audience come downstairs, we will have the staircase available in addition to the 2 elevators. And that will be so
really
helpful.
Thing,
yeah. And of course also in addition to the downstairs doors to the outside world now.
That's right.
That used to be a wall and is now a big door.
Yeah.
So people who come from Connor Terrace and that area can come right in on the lower level.
Yeah, if it's good weather, they can come out of Connor
That's
Terrace and walk around the pretty area.
That's right.
And
That's right.
it's one of our key locks.
Exactly. Right.
To open the door. So even if you're in a chair or in a rollator, you can be accommodated to come in from outside. The play is May 14th.
15s, 17s, and 18s.
Correct.
Yes.
14th, yes. We don't show on the Thursday of that week.
That's right.
But all 4 performances plus the dress rehearsal. You want to tell us about that, Gwen?
We will have 2 tables set up at the doors downstairs for dress rehearsal. And those who are interested in coming that Monday night, we're simply charging them $5 and we'll give them the program as their ticket and in they go.
Yeah, you don't have any real tickets or people
No.
can't do it in advance.
Right, cannot be done in
But they
advance.
can come down, especially maybe if the night they wanted to come gets sold out for
Right.
any reason. That would be a good option to do that. And understanding that it's the word rehearsal is on it, so that in the event some technical thing happens and we have to
It will stop.
start
the
over
show.
or
Correct.
whatever, or get somebody's mic turned on because somebody forgot to push the button or
But
whatever.
that's generally very interesting to
And
an
anyway,
audience.
it's interesting, right? It doesn't break up the story
No.
too much. It's a good story. You want to tell a little
It
bit
is.
about the story?
Yes, but for a minute, please, I want to come back to the rollators because from my observation over the last year, tomorrow is my first year anniversary here as a resident. And so what I've observed is that different from prior years, the safety and security regulations have not necessarily been enforced as strictly as they used to be. However, I think it's really important. And certainly in a big venue like the theater, where when it's sold out, we have up to 260 people. In the unlikely event that there is an emergency, we need to be able to get everybody out and everybody out quickly. And so we cannot have people stuck because of somebody's rollator or walker in the way. Kathleen Henry, who is front of house this time and is doing an excellent job training the head ushers and the ushers, everything is in place for that. But all of us have worked to make sure, and with Melissa Robson again, that the emergency exits are free and the hallways are not cluttered at all. So if we should have to get out there, we can. But that also includes that everybody is aware that rollators and walkers cannot be stored in the theater, like maybe people have done for some movies or so. Or maybe if the theater is not so full, it wasn't that important. It will be important, and we are very serious about it that week. So the ushers know what they're doing. They know where they're going to store the rollators, and you're all going to get your rollators back at the end of the show. Nobody has to worry about it, but everybody has to give up their rollator. If somebody is adamant that they cannot do it, we are willing to refund the ticket money, but it can't be in the show. So now to the fun part, the story of the play. It takes place in a modern East Side Manhattan apartment of an art dealer couple, and they have their little couple issues, and the wife is also the daughter of one of the protagonists, who is an older lady who has lived with the other daughter for many years and is now being dumped, one has to say,
She calls
right?
her dumped, yeah.
Yes,
She said,
yeah.
I would dumped here.
Yes, in that artist's apartment, and lo and behold, a famous artist, an older gentleman, is coming to visit for dinner, and they hit it off and have a apparently fabulous affair off stage, and well, you have to come and see the rest for yourself.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's called Social Security, and it is a play that was done on Broadway. directed by the famous Mike Nichols. I'm directing this one. I'm nowhere close. Don't expect that. But our actors are Marion Ernicus, Adron Crecula, Bob Clark,
Sue
Frankie,
Norma
Howard
Hughes.
Howard Wachspress, and this woman who finds life again is played by Norma Hughes. And so it's a wonderful, funny play. I think the words Social Security actually appear one time in the play, but it's a play on those words. We think of Social Security as that security financially, et cetera, et cetera. That's not what this is.
No, this is much more social.
Yeah, it is. It's more emphasis on the social part. Absolutely, yeah. You know, Gwen, getting back to the tickets, you know, I think I told you that I was putting a request form in an envelope in the slot. You know, every neighborhood has its slot that says Waynesboro Players.
Greenspring Players.
Greenspring Players. I worked for the Waynesboro Players. And so that's where your ticket request form goes.
Yes.
I was putting one in for someone who needed a space and couldn't get it done. And this man was standing there and he was watching me. And then he said, he must have figured out I had something to do with the Players. I don't know. But he said, could you tell me which slot request forms for the Players go? And I said, yes, in this slot right here. And he saw me count, like I'm going, let's see, that slot's for that one. You know, that's how I figured it out. So he said, oh, I just put my form in that one there. And that one there is labeled the Sidney Foster concert the thing.
Series.
Now that's another large entertainment group here. So if you just be really careful when you put your ticket in, your request in, that you put it in the correct slot. Take time to look at all those and do that. But yeah, I myself had to do
confusion.
that. Now okay, he said he's put it now. How'd you get it out?
I have not retrieved it yet.
Do that?
I retrieve it through Amber at Hunter's Crossing. She has all the keys to all of the
Okay, so she can get in there and get out anything that's addressed to the Greenspring Players.
Right.
Okay.
And if you don't have an order form or you put it in a safe place or whatever, you can get an additional one from the front desk. They have extra
forms. Oh, really?
forms.
Yes.
Oh, I think that's new, I think.
It isn't.
No, we did it before? Well, that's good.
It was happening behind the scene.
Yeah, see?
Well, here's something new that we're trying out for the first time this time. Because we have learned that a lot of people love to read the playbill, and Marie Lee works on that, and that's a lot of work too. But when the play is over, they don't really need it anymore, and not everybody collects it and wants to keep it and take it home. So we will have big bins at the exit. If you don't need your playbill anymore after you've seen the play and you read it all, you can deposit it there as you exit the theater, and then we can use them again, and that will reduce our print cost and the trees we chopped down, all that.
And you know, we only have a minute left, but I do want to put a plug in for the fact that the money we get from tickets, and well, of course it goes to, you know, pay for the printing of the program. It pays for costumes, anything we
Paint.
need. But we also give scholarships to students at George Mason University who are in the theater arts program. And in their year junior and above, and this year we're doing 2 $1,000 scholarships. And once we do that, we will have given a total of something like $33,000 to students who are pursuing any career in the theater arts. It could be, you know, any. But I wanted to tell you that your ticket money is how we do that. And in your name, we do it. So.
That's a great thing.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I guess
Back to work.
Yes. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So rehearsals are going fine,
Good.
And ticket sales are going super.
Yeah, keep buying those
new word.
tickets. Tell your family, bring them all when they have time,
Yeah.
either one evening or the
Tell us-
Saturday matinee.
Tell us again the times.
For
The times
for the performances.
performances.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday performances are at 7 p.m. Then the Saturday performance, it is a matinee, then it starts at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. So, okay, now you know everything you ever wanted to know about the Greenspring Players production. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.